Dear students, welcome you all to session 31, chapter Cost of Capital, Financial Management, 6th semester BCom of Mangalore University. Chapter 3rd, Cost of Capital. In this session, let us understand the meaning of the term cost of capital. We know that financial manager has to take some important decisions like the investment decision, financing decision and the dividend decision. Financing decision is a major decision area of the financial manager. Herein the financial manager decides the different sources of finance from where the funds can be obtained for the business which can be used to finance the activities. Now, the organization may have different sources of finance, like they can get the funds through issue of equity shares or through the issue of preference shares or through the issue of debentures or bonds or through long-term loans, or they can go for retained earnings. Now, whatever sources of finance which is being used, the organization must incur some cost. So the cost of capital, it refers to the cost that a firm incurs in retaining the funds obtained from various sources. Now when it comes to the equity shares, the organization has to pay dividend out of the surplus funds available or the surplus profit available, and in case of preference shares, the company has to pay fixed dividend. In case of debentures as well as bonds and long-term loans from the banks, the interest has to be paid which is fixed and which has to be paid irrespective of whether the firm earns profit or not. So the cost of capital, it is actually the annual payment which is payable by company on the long-term securities issued. So in case of ownership funds like equity shares and preference shares, these are the dividends which are payable. And in case of debt securities like debentures or bonds, these are the annual interest payable on these debt securities. Now, so the cost of capital is the rate of return that the firm must earn on its project or investment in order to maintain its market value. So the firm must earn a minimum rate of return so that they are in a position to maintain the market value. So this is actually the cost which a firm is incurring in retaining the various funds like equity shares, preference shares, debentures or bonds or long-term loans. Now there are cost of each component of capital. Now for example, the specific cost of capital, we call it the cost of equity shares, the cost of preference shares, the cost of debt as well as the cost of retained earnings. Even in case of retained earnings, there involves cost, that is the opportunity cost of capital. Now the cost of capital is an important factor in financial decision because the firm must be capable of earning the revenue in order to meet the cost of capital and to finance its growth and development. Now the different components of cost of capital are the cost of equity shares, the cost of preference shares, the cost of debt and the cost of retained earnings. So all these costs are known as the specific cost of capital. So the specific cost of capital are the cost of equity shares, cost of preference shares, cost of debt and cost of retained earnings. When these specific costs are combined, we call it as the weighted average cost of capital. So we have the specific cost of capital, these are the individual cost of capital, and then we have the overall cost of capital or the weighted average cost of capital. It is something where when we combine all the specific cost of capital, we call it as the weighted average cost of capital or the overall cost of capital. So we will be studying in detail about the specific cost of capital or the computation of the specific cost of capital, like the cost of equity shares, cost of preference shares, cost of debt, and also the computation of weighted average cost of capital in the coming sessions. Thank you.